the 4 shots on target that he has had in the Premier League has produced 3 goals.
Road to the golden boots. Come on, Gyokeres. Had to put on the mask for them real quick. Yo! Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. What a beautiful dominance performance. Like, I can't wax lyrical enough about how controlled we were in that game. It was such a dominating game. And we're here to talk about it. I'm Otoide, and with me I have my brother, Eddie. Eddie, tell me, what do you think? What were your thoughts on that performance?
First of all, before I share my thoughts, you have to remember I got my prediction right. Remember in the last video, I told you it was 3-0. Yeah. And
3-0.
You were a bit worried that Forest was going to cause us a lot of problems. But anyway, to the game, it was a good game to seeing the boys, having the opportunity to bounce back after the loss to Liverpool and then being away for 2 weeks. Like the manager touched on in his press conference, it was good that these players also went on to play for their teams and had a lot of impact in their teams and won games as well. So that kind of takes a loss away from your system. And the way we played today it was good to see because we had new players in different positions, and then also how direct we were with the ball. And again, one of the principles of how we play, not giving away chances, that is something I find confidence in when I'm looking at the game. Even if I know on the day we're not very, very good going forward, I'm still confident that I'll be able to get a result knowing that we barely give chances away. And the stats says, and we can all see how it ended, and it was 3 points at the Emirates.
Resolute, solid defensive performance. We limited them to 0.3 XG. They had 5 shots on target. 5 shots in the whole game, only 1 on
5
target.
Shots in the whole game. Yeah.
Wow, we were cooking up front. 2.9 XG. We scored 3. Decent conversion. Shots 16, 5 on targets. But that stats and numbers aside, the eye test, the team looked very fluid. Looked very, very fluid going forward. Eze on the left. Martinelli would have been watching that game like, I'm cooked.
Well, that is what competition is all about, right? The fact that we have a breath of fresh air on the left, it was, for every fan watching, it was something different, right? Not knowing what to expect. There was a situation that I literally just laughed. Rice was pointing to Eze to pass to someone behind, and the man just took his man on and went into the box. Like, it was so funny to see because I just put Martinelli in that position, and you know what? Anyway, we don't want to talk about Martinelli, and we touched on how good defensively
I want to talk about Martinelli. Not yet. Talk about Martinelli.
Not yet.
Because yeah, I'm gonna give him a breather for now.
Let's not today. So
let's start off with Zubi.
Yeah.
Defensive performance, Mosquera slotted in. It didn't even look like Saliba was missing. That was another solid performance. 2, brilliant performances on the bounce for him. And look, at this rate, if Saliba is not careful, he might find himself in some games wondering like, okay.
No, those games will be like games today where Rice, just have to rest, because we have a lot of everybody. That was what I was always saying. Everybody, you're all gonna play. Like, we have so many games. Nkape hasn't played. Norgard hasn't played. Probably we'll see them in midweek. So it's a whole lot of games for everybody. Today's performances, we can single out Zubimendi. Yes, he scored, but which, in my opinion, he didn't even get on the ball as much. But people say this is one of his best games because goals would always mask a lot of things, right? He didn't get on the ball as he had about 46 touches today. And you mentioned Mosquera. And then Calafiori, again, going under the radar, doing his
Always.
job.
Always.
Spent almost half the game, half the time he was on the pitch in midfield.
Yeah.
And then we talk about Madueke. Bro, he had the freedom of the pitch, going at his man every opportunity he got. In my opinion, I like that, but I think sometimes which I know would come, and also game situations, he could have had opportunities where he would create like shot creation moments for himself. But it's fine if he can. The thing is, with wingers, if you on the day you play in the wings, right? So you can understand on the day if you have a defender on wraps, like the first thing that comes to your mind,
you just want to keep taking him on.
You want to keep taking him on, and that was what happened. And then Eze's assist reminded me of another great attacking midfielder that we had in this team, with his on his debut, creating from the left, one touch to our striker. If you remember Mesut Ozil versus Sunderland.
On his debut, did start on the left.
Yes. So that ball just came up straight, and then one touch, bring the ball down, one ball to Giroud, and that was a goal. So it was good to see that these new guys.
Is exactly why that goal is exactly why I want to talk about Martinelli, because I know my Martinelli in that position will find himself running to the touchline. And then getting a corner or a goal
backwards
and look for who to pass back to, but quality.
I have a counter argument for that, right? In situations where, and this again is, we can give credit to Gyokeres as well, because as a striker, he was in the box.
Present, yeah.
I can argue that if it was Havertz, for instance, striking, he would be coming late to that position.
Yeah.
That means that ball would not be going one time. Probably the attacker or Izzy or whoever that might be might have to bring the ball down and lay a pass for someone who's running into the box. So that is something different. That presence has been what we've missed. And one touch goal, man, again, we had this conversation in the last video, and he doesn't need to do much. Just be there. You would score.
Just be there and score.
And now it's 3 goals in 4 games. Let's just keep adding the numbers. I can count for him if he's gonna lose count. So
road to the golden boots. Come on, Gyokeres. Had to put on the mask for them real quick.
And the good thing, guess what? Just guess what? The efficiency.
He's not still at his best. I don't think he's still at his best.
He's not even having a lot of shots that will like that we know him to usually
do.
He has had the 4 shots on target that he has had in the Premier League has produced 3 goals.
That is actually crazy. I was going to look that up.
So that is something. Those are numbers that are hard to keep, but the thing is, the more shot opportunities he will get, we know that his efficiency is top notch, and we're going to at least get goals from that.
That is actually brilliant. If it's just been 4 shots and he's on 3 goals already.
4 shots on target. He has had more than 4 shots, but on
4
target.
4 shots, but on target. Okay.
3 goals,
Those are still elite numbers. You know that. Once he peppers the post, chances are it's going in. Yeah, amazing. The one player though that has grabbed all the headlines today, Martin Zubimendi. What a shot. What a volley. The technique for that. He knew exactly what he was doing. And lightning almost struck twice. Lightning almost struck twice. Similar technique this time, just slightly over the goal. And this is Spanish flair. They're usually very good at producing midfielders that have, the passing range, the shooting technique. And we're blessed right now, we're actually blessed right now to have the quality of players that we do. The depth of our squad really, really showed today, because, no Saka on the left, no Martinelli on the right, no Declan, but we still looked
no Odegaard,
sharp,
no Havertz,
no
Saliba, no White, no Nketiah, no Nordgaard.
That's
no
practically
Trossard.
a whole team. Yeah,
Trossard had an opportunity to score, and see, again, it's good you mentioned depth.
Yeah.
Our bench, players from the bench that had only 18 minutes on the pitch were able to produce or create one goal.
Impact, yes.
You understand?
Yes, so
Trossard had an assist. And then I feel that was based on rustiness. Trossard would usually take that chance on
normally,
his left
yeah.
foot, but he
Yeah.
tried bringing it on
Yeah.
to his right and then he scuffled
Right.
it.
And the
But
chance was
again,
gone. Yeah.
that is what we're talking about. The people who are coming in, whoever they are, know that they want to come make a statement. And wanting to make a statement, that means I want to try to do something, get a goal. Bro, whether we're 4-5, anybody that comes from the bench would want to add their numbers, right?
Because the competition for places is intense. So you have to show up.
Let me give you a surprising stat. It might be shocking. Do you know that the assist from Trossard was his 50th goal contribution for Arsenal in the...
Not really shocking for me because last season he was cooking and you know, there was a period where he was the super sub, right? Once he comes on, you're expecting a goal or assist and these things add up. So I'm not surprised at all. He's been a very, very good addition to
he's been efficient
squad
for the team.
And for what, 25 mil was it? How much? It wasn't 20, it wasn't crazy. And yeah, he's basically delivered on his value. The only slight blemish to this result was losing our captain. That showed that there's something going on. I just hope it doesn't need surgery and, you know, that will not be a lengthy, you know, timeout on the sidelines. But we wish him all the best and hope.
I just feel he just needs time to heal because if it was something he would need surgery, I don't think they would allow him go to the internationals and play. Maybe if I would suggest sit him out for Spain and then have him ready for the City game, right? That would be my recommendation if anyone is listening. And speaking of Spain, we have a game coming up on Tuesday against Atletico Bilbao, who lost
Champions
their
League
game
where we
today.
belong.
Yeah, they lost their league match today, and would they want to bounce back against the Arsenal? What do you think?
Nah, that should be easy 3 points. I remember the game, the preseason. I know it's preseason, but there's a difference in class. There's a difference in quality between us, and it's one game that if we were this comfortable against Forest, who I thought would put up a bit more fight, then that should be an even more comfortable 3 points to get our Champions League campaign running. Remember, we're going for all trophies this season. I've been saying this. I've been so confident in our season, and it's with good reason. Look at the performances from the additional players we've gotten in. We can rotate comfortably knowing that whatever 11 we put on the pitch, there's quality all around. So the Champions League game on Tuesday will be no different.
Yeah, I think we're going to see like 2 or 3 changes, right? And then we just play our game. And as you said, the levels are different. I don't expect anything less than a win because first of all, it's the first game. I know the Bilbao team will be up for it, but again, our quality should be able to make the difference and get the point on board as soon as possible because that top 8 is very, very, very important. Avoiding extra 2 games in February is very, 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 very... Is it February or January? It's very... End of January is very, very important. That would, give players time to recover during the festive period. And
it's good times today. Good times to be an Arsenal fan. Yes, it's still early days, but the signs are there. Looking at all our rivals, Chelsea wobbled today. City haven't really been their convincing best, but we know how they build up momentum through the season. Liverpool, well, we'll see what they get to produce.
2 hate watch to do tomorrow.
We've got some hate watch to do tomorrow.
My job is done. It's your job. My job is done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe we should bring on some Man City and Liverpool fans after their game to do a recap of the week's games.
That
should
be
nice.
And see,
that should be fun.
Have a little banter and see how.
The problem is finding actual Man City fans because a lot of those guys are just Chelsea fans that debunked, that decamped, or Arsenal fans that decamped.
Well.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll figure it out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for kicking it with us all this while, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing our posts. And we look forward to the next game, and we'll see you
on the next one.